Now it's the price of all of us. Everyone is an influencer. Thus, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's bad.
It's not good.
I guess it's a real trolley
we
theory.
need gatekeepers. We need to bring back people who are like, you're
not talented
stupid,
enough.
You're not gay.
We got rid of all those people.
Yeah, and now
it's
people
free
just
for
get
all.
famous, and then agents are like, "Hey, you're a money cow pig.
Yeah.
And I want to slaughter you for
Hell
like,
yeah.
cut your neck
I want
open
to milk you.
Yeah,
and
milk you
milk
for
your-
all
oink,
your
oink.
worth.
every oink oink milk all the
milk
dollars
pigs?
out of you. You're gonna be doing Taco Bell ads until your
Yes.
fucking knees buckle. You
talk
son
about
of a bitch.
Talk about these soft tacos, you filthy piece of shit.
Oh,
I'm gonna
whack-a-woo! Like, that's their like thing. You know what I mean? That you have to have one gimmick, and
Yeah.
then that's your thing. No, it's a nightmare. Also, yeah, good
This
point.
Taco Bell made me come.
We're talking about AJ Big Justice. and
AJ
the
Big
Rizzler,
Justice and-
the Boom Boys. What are they
Dude.
called?
Like, it's so
The
fucked up.
Rizzler, MD, DDS. Like, I'm sure he has other titles behind his name. He's a future
breaker of
politician.
chains.
He's
Yeah.
going to change things. I really believe in the Rizzler. I think he's the star of the family, and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
See,
And
this-
he seems
I'm
like
mad.
he has the most aura and
Dude.
Star quality.
could come to be
He
the
could-
others are faking it.
the others are riding the coattails of the Rizzler, but
we all know that.
the Rizzler could snatch your bitch. He could snatch your mom.
Wow. What if he's like
The
the,
world's
next
at
Hitler? Yeah.
Heil Rizzler. dude.
Yeah. All right, I'll join. All right, I'll join.
Heil Rizzler.
That's
God.
good.
Oh my
So,
god.
this is an episode of Boy Brunch.
yes, we're
Yeah.
back.
All
The
right,
boys,
everyone
the-
looks amazing.
all the boys are back
boys
in
are
town.
back.
boys are back in town. Why don't we? What's your name?
Caleb.
Okay.
My name is Caleb.
Dude,
Dude,
what's your fucking favorite thing
Dude,
about yourself?
you had to give us like a Rizzler level intro there, like I'm Caleb. You know, you gotta really perform that shit.
All right.
What's your thing? What's your
What's my Rizzler thing?
yeah? What's your like branding? If you had
What's
to
your
brand
gimmick that you
yourself,
sell your
what's
soul
gimmick?
to do to make $1 million?
What's your gimmick?
And then you're
Yeah.
forgotten about in 2
Yeah.
years.
Oh fuck, man! I don't even know. I don't know. Making children laugh.
Oh,
Ooh,
yay.
yikes.
Sounds a little Nickelodeon if you catch
my.
the drift. Yeah.
You're gonna end up in some other internet videos. That
Everything
make
leads
those
back
Predator
to Epstein's
Hunter
Island
videos.
somehow.
I actually saw a video on Twitter today of a pedophile getting taken out with a pumpkin.
Oh, that's
These
actually
pedophile
fine.
hunters are getting festive.
I
with how
like
they're
the
taking-
Did he have like
Pedophile.
a? Was it a pumpkin catapult or did they? Just
No, dude, they
like,
just came
throw
up
it?
behind him and just gourded him in the dome, and he dropped. Dude, that pumpkin.
Yeah, they didn't. Even,
I
Pumpkins
plan
are
on
hard.
trapping a pedophile in my Party City cobwebs next.
You're on top like a black widow, dressed like a spider. You got a bunch of pedophiles in your rope.
I love those. Don't cut this. Pedophile hunting videos.
Pedophile
I don't
hunting
wanna
videos
ever
are-
get edited.
those are fire.
Those are good because it's like there's.
It's guys taking matters into their own hands, almost in a way that nobody really asked for. Like,
Yeah.
even I think that. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. This is a delicate subject. I shouldn't.
No, go.
I shouldn't go. It's like, is anyone like, we need more of these guys out there beating up people without like due process?
Well,
you know, like it's
I mean,
like
I
the
assume that like
cops. I was watching this interview. The cops need more. They don't know how to use the internet.
the
so-
cops can't use anything
Yeah.
that they do
Well, no, they
to help, can they?
they can use the evidence, but the cops don't know how to. Some of the cops don't know how to use the internet. So like,
we gotta get them
there's
on
just-
TikTok.
They don't know how.
we gotta get.
They don't know how Telegram works. They don't know how all the other shit works. So the people
Yeah.
who are out here catching the pedophiles are using all these things, and then they're showing you the videos like on Telegram. Hey, didn't you message this kid? Blah 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 blah. And then the cops.
When
You're
they
telling me
show
the
the
cops don't
pedophiles-
understand WhatsApp?
yeah, they
I
don't.
mean, the cop. There's some cops. I'll tell you what from experience. They know how to use Grinder. Okay. So,
They're having no problems with the Grinder
really
UI.
good at that. It seems. They know all the secret lingo.
It's actually really user friendly. Actually, it says right here I can get some dick around the corner.
It's
I'm
like,
gonna go
it's
get
awesome.
dick, get a donut.
Get a donut.
don't know the
Coffee.
dick. Sometimes from the same guy if you're lucky.
You get pulled over. You roll down the window. And he's looking at his
That's-
phone. He's like, "Oh,
Well, It's also funny. That's why every cop is on the phone in the in the subway.
They're all on Grindr, dude.
They're all
That's why they
just-
put the cameras on Truly to be like, stop going to blow the guys.
Look, they're gonna think it's for progressive reasons that the body cams are on, but
They have to
you
fix
guys gotta stop giving blowjobs on shit.
The sloppy top footage that we have
It's
is
just nut sacks hitting the
Oh
cans.
Stop,
my
you guys are
God.
turning me on.
Oh my
Sorry, I would
God.
love to fuck a cop. Oh my God.
Dude, can you imagine hitting a siren to get through a crowded intersection just to get dick quicker? Like
Some cop survived 9/11 because he was giving a blowjob while the towers came down.
If I wasn't messaging you that day, everything would be different.
He's like, where did those towers go? It comes out of an alleyway.
How long was I in there?
dude, someone's gonna push
Tommy,
you down
what
the
happened to
9/11
the
memorial
towers?
after that clip gets out.
Oh, the 9/11 mall.
The memorial hole that
The
they have,
mall.
they're gonna push Kevin into the middle of that bad boy.
No, they're not. I'm not going near that. It costs like $35 to walk
Yeah,
around.
that is true.
To
You
see the
grounds or-
9/11 memorial.
Oh
Does
yeah,
it
that
cost
sounds like
money?
a good fun day.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick though. A lot of people taking selfie stick pictures.
It's
with
so
it, which is
insane.
pretty cool.
When I'm at work, I'll look out the window and be
Yeah.
like, "What are they?"
Caleb and I work above it, so we get free views all
The
day.
Oculus?
Huh?
That big like Skeletor.
We're
looking
right
thing?
next to the
Yeah.
Oculus.
Yeah.
I look down into where the Twin Towers
Literally.
used to be every day.
Same.
Oh, must be very sobering.
I used to-
I get turned on. I see holes that big.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Two big old holes.
You're like, let's do that with every building. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Shia LaBeouf up there on 62nd floor.
I just hate.
All about them holes.
I hate that.
It doesn't even make sense. I
No,
don't
it
even
was the
know what
holes.
I'm saying.
I like it.
No,
it's
I,
simple. It's a silly one.
I don't like the Oculus. I hate that. Like, it's so American that they like. We
The
shouldn't have made a
Oculus
mall.
sucks.
Yeah,
like,
the
it's like-
Oculus sucks.
It's
It
like-
is. It literally. I actually didn't even like ever because I used to commute through there.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like take the train and then got on the path, so I had to like walk through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it never occurred
It's
to me. I'm
not
like, oh yeah,
easy,
it's like
yeah.
shops.
Well, a memorial
Yeah.
shouldn't
mall.
have
Like,
an Apple
it's
store.
like- yeah.
A memorial should not
There
have
should
a
be no Apple
jewelry store.
There should be
It
no
looks-
Sephora. There should be no Baked by Melissa.
Dude.
Okay,
But,
where all these ass
but
people.
I think we're all in agreement. There should be at least one Starbucks.
There needs to
I'm
be a
fine with a
Starbucks.
Starbucks
You need some
in a
caffeine
memorial.
for sure.
Of course. Well,
I
the
mean,
first responders needed their coffee.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's honoring them.
Yeah,
They-
dude.
But it's like it's just
they
so,
loved a venti latte.
It's just so gross because it's just like
Pumpkin
capitalism.
spice.
So it's like never forget these amazing prices
Yeah.
at Sephora.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the 9/11 episode. No.
Yeah, never forget.
So Caleb, I was asking you to introduce yourself, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
what is your favorite quality about yourself? Because we're men who
AKA your gimmick that would get you famous online.
I don't know, being funny.
Being funny to children is what he said.
Oh, yeah, that's
that's
how
why
we
we
got
went
it.
down
Oh,
that
that's why
rabbit
we
hole.
talked
I
about
don't know, just
pedophiles.
being
Because he
funny
said
in general.
something somewhat pedophilic.
Yeah.
Pedophilic? Oh, what? Making kids laugh?
Yeah, that's step one.
That's the
You can't
That I
let
do. I think
you
it's sketchy when people make kids laugh on TV.
That's step one.
Like, why did you choose to be a wiggle,
Yeah.
dude?
You
What are you
also-
wiggling when the
Well,
cameras are
yeah,
off?
Joey Gladstone. Why you got that puppet out? You know,
Yeah.
Put it away.
been on a Full House.
Okay,
kick
what's
recently.
yours? What would your? I don't even know who the.
You know
fuck
what, it
this
is
guy
fair.
is.
Respecting women, obviously.
You go viral for
Wait.
respecting women.
Kevin, you actually should do that. That's actually really funny to just make videos of you respecting women.
Just you holding the door open for
Holding door open for women, their faces are blurred. You're like, no problem. I don't even say thank you. You just
I'm
say,
doing
no
I'm
problem.
doing the Rizzler face at like
At the cam.
Bell Hooks books.
Yeah. It's Cookmaster. Yeah. It's
The Rizzler face looks like handsome Squidward.
the respectler.
This respect.
The respectler, dude.
I don't even know what the fuck their thingy is.
But you have to understand that there's nothing more to get. You already saw it.
I saw
You're already
that.
you're
well,
thinking
you
too
were
much
no,
about
they
it
were
now.
talking when we put on the product
Okay.
review.
So you
They
guys
were
missed the
they were
product review.
reviewing stuff.
They
and
taste
they go,
something, then they give it a boom,
Okay.
up to 5 booms. Or
Okay,
a
so
doom.
then I would review tech shit. I like tech shit.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
would be
that's
my
good.
thing. That
So
would
you're
be-
just gonna steal their thing.
Well, they don't do tech.
They don't do tech.
that
they
actually
do
is an
food.
open market
Yeah.
right now. The Rizzler has not gotten into like sex toys yet.
And you're gonna
but
go.
It's only a
you're
matter
gonna
of
go.
time. This abacus made me pop my pussy.
You're gonna go Shazam or Kablam.
Yeah, there you
This
go.
anal bead is a doom.
It's a doom. Got stuck in my rectum.
All right.
Okay, I think for
This
me,
Coke was laced with fentanyl. That's a doom.
That's gotta be a doom. Sorry, Coca-Cola. It's a doom.
reviewing drugs. All right, I would probably do what I like most online is those sort of like autism slime videos. You know,
Lost. I'm lost.
you've never seen one of those slime videos for autism. That might sound crazy.
People
if
are
you don't know
getting
what I'm
yes.
talking about.
Sounds insane.
You know, it's like it's
So
like slime, like people like fucking with
People
slime.
Yeah.
like
It's
sensory,
It's like colorful slime,
sensory
and shit like that.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
they
always
like
some
play with
chubby
it.
girl's hands. I don't know why. Okay, you can tell by the pants. I'm like,
Oh,
there's
no.
a thing. And then I would do that or like ASMR mukbangs, like where I would be like,
What are you eating on?
I'd be like, Cocoa Crispy Rice Krispie. Cocoa Crispy Rice Krispie.
I'm turning everyone up. Let's do a little mukbang segment real quick.
So my name is Zack, and you have to talk like this.
How crazy.
What the fuck are you even saying?
So I would do it shirtless.
I just hear percussive like.
We're gonna.
Oh, so I nailed it. See, you doing that just now made my legs like kind of tickle.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was sensual. Boy
followed-
Brunch can't handle something that sexy. That was too much.
No, there's something about watching little Asian women eat
You've said this
massive
before.
amoun't of food that I really like, and I want to
fires
them.
Zack up.
You know they try to make that illegal in China.
Mukbanging?
Asian women eating.
Well,
Good luck.
You know,
Good luck. That's gonna be really hard in China.
I kind of get the same
Mukbang.
thing whenever I see Paddington.
Bear?
You want to eat them?
No, I just get riled up.
Oh, you
Oh,
get
you-
fired up.
really?
You
Oh,
just,
wow.
You just get hyped. you
Like,
go to war.
You trying
for
to fuck him or
Paddington.
fight him?
Yeah, like in a sexual
No,
way.
neither.
Is that your
think
type?
Kevin's trying to be
I'd go to war
boys.
for him.
He's trying to be boys.
Oh,
with
like
Yeah.
you like whatever Paddington.
Whatever
is
he's
doing.
putting out into the world, I'm into that.
Dude,
If
I'm
he made a
trying-
move, would you say no, or would you
well,
be down?
oh, would I hook up with Paddington? And
Nothing
honestly,
serious,
it's gonna
no
get
emotion.
it's gonna get back to our roots of fucking cartoon.
Yes,
characters.
it is.
I would have a
we got there
purely
quicker than I
physical thing
expected.
with Paddington Bear. There's
No,
no
I would
emotion
have.
behind it.
It would be honestly, mine would be all emotion and passion, but like,
Okay.
but we're like friends for years, and it's like a will they won't.
Oh, it builds up.
Like
you guys
we
get really close.
We get so close. We're both like dating different people at different
Going on
times.
double dates.
Yeah, and it's
And
like
we-
you're
and-
dating
but
someone while he's single.
clearly-
it's like
Clearly, any outside eye would know that we belong together.
Yeah.
Like we make each other
Your
laugh
endgame.
like no one else does. And
Kevin. How does
yeah,
Paddington sound?
I have no idea.
Is
It's
he-
like
he's
a little,
British.
A little kid.
He's a little
bear.
British bear.
Yeah,
right?
he's a
British
little British
bear.
bear.
But he's got a kid voice, right?
No, he
no, I
has
don't
a-
think so.
Boom.
That's all I
Yeah,
have.
I'm sure. Yeah, we'll just for the pod. He's 18. In bear years.
You're right. Yeah, this is an older Paddington. I think it'd be sick just to be boys with Paddington, take him to the strip club. You know, take Paddington into the
Like
strip
Ted?
club.
Like-
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everyone's
thought
like
Ted.
loving
If you
him.
knew Paddington like I did, you know he would hate
He
that.
wouldn't like.
Well,
that.
he'd probably go there and like respect the women, and it would go great with your YouTube series. You guys could do those videos.
Cuck
What you
master.
could do is you could take Paddington to a garden because he's into some shit like that, but you can get him stoned, give him some acid. That's a good time.
Oh wow! So
I
you're
don't
trying
want-
to dose Paddington?
Yeah, I would dose him.
Do ketamine with him.
A little bit of K.
Caleb's trying to expand Paddington's little mind.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild.
So, what do you guys like? I have a kind of idea for a topic today.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's sexual frustration.
Ooh.
Like,
Like I'm horny.
Wait,
That's a good theme.
that's a really good thing we've never talked about before.
I've
you
never
being
talked about
horny.
being horny or specifically me being horny.
so, like, what do you do when you're sexually frustrated, or just like
Yeah, because I
experiencing
need
it?
some help.
He needs some pointers.
I've like went on 3 weeks no fap. Okay.
What's the longest you've gone without fapping or sex? Just what's the longest you've gone without having sex?
Slash not masturbate.
Yeah.
Okay. slash
It
not
could be
masturbating.
two.
As long as without coming.
What's your
Yeah.
longest nutless
I think
streak?
I think a month.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
30
yeah.
days.
Of no
Got me beat.
30 days, no nut.
no
nut.
flicking it, no anything,
No
no
nothing.
Not even
whack,
blowing
whack,
on
whack,
it.
whack,
No.
Okay.
What's your answer, Caleb? Before I say mine,
Why are you
Um,
embarrassed? Now you have to say yours first.
17 days. That's it. That's all I could
How
have.
many minutes? I feel like you have the number.
2
down.
hours, 11 minutes,
Yeah.
35 seconds.
What's yours?
Of not having sex is 7 months, and then of not flapping
Well, not nutting. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, with
nutting.
sex and I mean, if we're talking about
Yeah.
sex, I went
Yeah.
18 years
Sexing-
without having sex. So
Sexing
yeah.
and nutting are
that's-
not necessarily, the same thing.
Yeah.
He could have sex, only make her come, and then keep going on with his day.
Oh,
No,
gentlemen, respecting women.
That's
Yeah.
happened, and that sucks. I get pissed. I'm like,
You gotta be a hero about it.
Yeah.
It's been 7 months since I nutted, but I've had sex 25 times.
Oh God! Aw.
That's his opening at a bar. It's been 7 months since I've had sex, but I've had what? 7 months since I've nutted, but I've had sex 25 times. How do you do, my lady?
How do you do? And
I
yeah,
could-
it's terrible.
I couldn't get through the sentence before.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And
I just
that,
needed to get to
madame,
the.
is the Caleb Clark guarantee. You will not.
But my sexual partners tell a different story.
Probably like 2 weeks.
Yeah, no. After after like I would say 20 days, it starts getting psycho.
So
Like
it's
it starts
getting a
it starts hurting you. It's personally.
It starts getting a
Well,
little.
after
The energy goes up to your heart and makes you sad. Yeah.
after like 10 days, I was just like not. There was no like situation. I was just like at the gym, like stretching and like doing planks and shit, and I was just like getting random boners.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I gotta. This has to
Yeah, it
stop.
starts
like
to
a middle
become-
schooler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It reaches a Teen Wolf level
Yeah.
where it starts coming out of you. You're like,
Oh my God! Oh my God!
oh
It's
my
a full
God.
moon
Oh my
tonight.
God, I'm horny. I gotta get out of here.
And I know it's getting bad by when like this curvature of or lines on a man's body are like an air horn in my face. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
Dude,
you
yeah.
thank God we didn't do
Seeing-
this podcast 2 weeks ago. I would have one look at Josh's gorgeous nose. I would have fucking came all over this fucking apartment.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Can you wear like a COVID
no.
mask? Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to cover up. It's been
I
19
cannot
days.
believe that riff was not in my direction. That is unbelievable.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to fuck you. Okay. Sorry, I just want to fuck Josh's nose.
Yeah,
Not
just
even
my
him.
nose. The rest of me could use some work, but the Roman nose he can't get enough of.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
Josh's
that.
nose on Caleb's face,
Mhm.
and Kevin, what's good?
No, this is a funny joke that I'm not gonna cry about.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding. You definitely, I would totally sleep with
No,
you.
we're fighting.
Dude,
We're fighting.
Kevin and Paddington do not need a third, dude. He's doing just fine on his own.
Yeah, the fact that you kind of hook up with this childhood bear is kind of like a penalty. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm just saying what happened. I mean, episode 1, we
We really
flirting.
had
We
something.
had something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone. You've left. You went to
Well,
Europe.
Irina's
You went to
Irina's
Europe.
Yeah.
kind of taking the place.
Well, I think we missed each other a few times, and I just got to spend more quality time with Josh's nose, and like.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
but he's like that nose. I'm not even talking about Josh.
Yeah.
Is the bad boy? You know what I mean?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
like I will come back to you.
My nose
Yeah.
votes for Trump. For sure.
The rest of them,
Yeah.
The rest of me
Kamala
loves
Harris.
Kamala, dude. But my nose loves Trump. It's the bad boy vibes.
But I'm extremely like if the bottles burst. I like popped the cork and now it's flowing out like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
So,
That also makes you feel like pretty sick when there's just a lot of it. And you're like, the cup overfloweth.
Oh,
My
wow. The
is
cup runneth
overflowing.
over.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. My heart
The
is full.
cup of semen runneth over.
Yeah, the cup's horniness.
I'm coming a lot. I'm coming all the time.
You're coming a lot.
Any chance I get.
Filling up cut.
Were you
jugs with your
doing
cup.
the no nut for a reason? Were you trying to like harness your power? Were you waiting for like an autumn solstice?
I am connected to the elements.
I know that about you.
In the celestial
Yeah.
ways. But
You're a celestial being.
yeah, we all are boys.
I like to think so.
I find that when I don't come for a while,
Yeah.
I could literally when it that feeling when it gets like super intense. It's like
Yeah.
bubbling over.
You start like smelling rain.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Limitless.
I'm like.
You start getting powers.
Yeah. I can like lay shit on fire with my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telekinesis.
Haven't come in 3 weeks.
pyromania.
So it's like I do notice that I could feel it in my body, and I try to like this might sound some like hippy dippy bullshit, but get on my level.
The no fat boys are getting fired up right now.
Okay, it's I meditate. Okay, because you feel it's all here, rocking and rolling, and I just imagine. Try this when you're horny.
Those are Zach's balls vibrating against each other.
Oh,
coming from his crotch.
Try this when you're horny, everybody. Literally, next time you have a boner,
Okay.
an erection.
So right now.
Okay, yeah, when your heart is a rock.
Yeah, recording a pod.
Or say you have a boner and you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's happening. As
Can't
you get older,
imagine.
there's
All the
never a
fucking
situation where you don't want a boner.
Maybe when Caleb's making kids laugh, that's a time when he wouldn't want to bone.
Practice this. Well, yeah. Where I just imagine the energy in it going
Yeah.
up my spine, and I swear it's like a physical feeling. And everyone who's tried it says they feel it. You can feel
But I have
something
to
happening.
not nut for 17 days first.
No, I try it next time you're horny. Let's see what happens.
Okay, just see.
There's a lightning rod that energy up to your head, and then it helps you feel more awake.
You just kind of.
It does.
Okay, you're talking about transmutation.
The sexual transmutation.
Okay.
Sexual alchemy. White tantra, dude. Yeah.
We got it. He's doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to
tried
hit
it
my
before.
vibration real quick.
It works, but it's also like it fucks up
It's
because
really
I'm out here fucking 24-year-olds. Like it's
Yeah,
no
now
one's
you're
business.
Kameha bombing 24-year-olds with sperm.
Fucking seniors at NYU are getting wrecked by me right now.
Getting nuked.
I'm trying to fuck 24-year-olds these days.
Dude, giving him that dickalo.
How's that going?
I've always gone slightly older, but
Yeah,
now I'm
this-
like,
it's different now.
let's try out
Oh,
a
you're
different
gonna
thing.
Trying some
Yeah.
young bucks.
See what Leo's all about.
Well, I think it's okay
Leo
to
DiCaprio.
admit that 24-year-olds are hot. Like I know people nowadays
People
are
get
like,
weird about
that's so young. I'm like, well, I do think it's like totally understandable to want to fuck someone who's 24.
I feel
It's
like
never weird. You
I
could
also
be 80
feel
years
like-
old and you'd want to, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
As long
Yeah.
as it's 21 and up.
yeah.
You gotta
we're all
agree.
like, yeah.
That's like every guy is like, yeah, I would totally do that.
No, of course.
Maybe I just hang out with too many girls because I'm like, if I was a 24-year-old, they're like,
Well, I also think, girls are more sensitive to it, because obviously they don't want to get preyed on by some weird older guy. But, like, I feel like in the gay community, the age gap isn't as big a thing that people are worried about,
Well,
right?
I find girls usually date older than younger.
They do.
It's rare. Some girls.
But it is a
like,
thing when you
date
see, like, a
younger.
32-year-old guy with, like, a 23-year-old girl. People are like, oh, what
Well,
you doing?
I
that
always
age
wonder-
gap is like worse somehow.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I mean?
that
Than like
9-year
50 and 24.
I
I'm
guess.
like, all right. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
almost cooler with it.
Yeah,
Well,
that
now he's got
works.
wisdom to impart.
It's
That
like
makes
a
sense. Okay, they're
put her
giving
on
each other what
game.
they both need.
it's like
okay?
a bell curve of weird of it being weird. Like
Yeah.
you get to like 30 to 41. It's like peak
You're like,
weird.
"Ooh, why is he
for
doing
23."
that?
And then
Yeah.
it goes back down and like 50 to 60. You're like, oh, it's like yeah.
And then once it hits 80, it's like, this is the coolest dude on the
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah, yeah, like hell yeah,
This guy-
dude, fuck yeah. It's
This
like
guy
Pam-
clearly has money and he's gonna give it to this girl in 5 years.
Yes.
That's kind of great. And she
That's-
still has the rest of her life ahead
That's
of her.
actually really awesome.
I think the worst one is literally like a 30-year-old dating a 21-year-old or 22-year-old. Like that
Yeah.
is peak
Yeah.
weird. Where it's like, dude, like you're too close and far, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, like,
What are you
but-
gonna recommend drinks to her? Like,
yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna do? Yeah.
Teach her how to do taxes.
yeah.
You've had some years
But
to
like
learn.
a 51-year-old got like person,
Yeah.
and like a 22-year-old, like they can give each other. The 22-year-old can give them fresh. a
They
dose
can
of
help
life.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They
he can,
each have something to offer the other.
and he can give them.
What does a 30-year-old have to offer?
Nothing.
I'll
these
tell you what.
days?
From my, I'm
Nothing.
a 30-year-old. Absolutely fucking
As a
nothing.
32-year-old,
Yeah.
31-year-old, I forgot how old I was. Let me tell you, I got nothing.
As a 30-year-old, still got nothing.
It's a
I got-
disaster.
I got absolutely nothing to offer.
I'm 29, so I kind of have my whole life.
You
ahead
have
of me.
plenty of time.
I
Yeah.
got so
Oh,
much
yeah.
potential.
No existential dread in your head, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
At least till 30. At least till 30.
I know, because like I know everyone's like, you're so young, you're 30, but then you read all these stories about like Oprah and everyone how like they at 30 is when they started. That's just giving me more pressure. Now
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
oh
makes me
fuck,
feel
if
even
I'm gonna
worse.
be a famous genius, it's got to happen right now.
Well,
Dude.
what are we doing right now?
the opposite.
working on it.
Okay.
Starting our
We're-
journey to fame and
This
fortune.
is how it happened.
This is it. You get down on the couch with the brown bag between you,
Fuck. That's gonna look awful.
and you loosely riff on Tony Hinchcliffe at MSG, and then
Well,
you'll
we-
get your big break.
And we haven't touched that yet.
We haven't touched it yet. Well, we're saving the
That-
best for
Oh.
last.
That's going to be the big crescendo of
This
the
is
pod.
our big orchestral. Yeah, this is our moment.
Oh yeah, the election's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're not gonna vote.
Well, it's
No,
going
I
to be
probably
interesting. This
will.
episode will come out after, so
Yeah.
This will come out around the election, probably.
Oh.
Any predictions, boys? Boys brunch?
I think both ways will be crazy.
Yeah.
I just am excited.
I'm taking the opposite approach. I wish them both the best, and I can't wait for the best team to win.
I want them both to win.
I kind of hope it's
I
a
want
tie.
to see what the Trump
Wouldn't that be
militia-
awesome?
The Trump militia is about to do something if shit doesn't go right.
You
and
think
I'm
so?
yeah, bro. I'm so excited
down.
and
You think
curious.
so?
I'm like, what are these boys gonna do?
yeah. This is me speaking to my future self for
Yeah.
when this comes out. Kevin, I know you're a newly minted gun owner. You're prepared to defend your home.
Excited to join the cops.
First off, future Kevin,
Psycho.
congrats on the Glock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congrats on the Glock. Make sure you just self-defense.
The Trump Harris militia.
Yeah, for when they try to invade New York City or something. I don't know.
I mean, I like the insurrection. It was kind of like, you know how like the Super Bowl has the halftime show?
Yeah.
The Super Bowl has a halftime show because like it's like, okay, well now we want some fun.
Yeah.
That is like, I think there should be a crazy event every January 6th.
It was kind of Gaga-esque.
Yeah.
Like a Gaga Super Bowl halftime
Look
show.
at all those little
All
monsters.
these little Trump monsters
Look at
running.
these divas.
The shaman.
My little divas. Take them down, burn them all.
Oh, the shaman would blow.
My little
would
bitty
blow that guy.
monsters.
You would blow him?
He's hot. His body is
shaman?
hot. Listen,
Is
You
that the
know-
guy with the horns? You
I
blow
don't
that guy?
care about his
On
politics.
Pelosi's
No,
desk.
but he kind of sucks. He's like vegan.
Oh, his cum probably tastes like fucking shit.
Yeah, like he's not like.
Oh, ew.
For a carnivore, that's the line. Can't
Wow,
suck
people are
off a
listening to me like,
vegan.
what does Zach believe? Like, you know, like, what?
the the 5-circle Venn diagram of the things Zach believes that and are into is fascinating.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, what's going on in there?
Oh,
Dude.
I like the anonymity.
You could totally run for president. I think you're just all over the
Yeah.
place enough that everyone would sort of agree with
They
you.
couldn't.
I kinda
They
think
couldn't
so,
pin
yeah.
you down. They couldn't pin you down. For
I'm really
one
good at
thing.
changing the subject if I don't.
They're
wanna
like, how
tell
do you feel about abortion? Zach's like, it doesn't matter. Get over it. And then he doesn't have an opinion on it. And then you move on and you win the election.
I'd be like, when you say abortion, this really reminds me of my life. I'm just thinking about me.
You go down your own rabbit hole. This reminds me of a time at the horse meat disco.
And everyone's like, oh,
Oh,
like,
shit. Everyone leans forward.
Wait, 7 guys?
listen, guys.
No one remembers the question.
Presidential debate.
Yeah, like,
a podcast with Zach as the host.
7 guys? Whoa.
Dude,
Sounds
that-
crazy. What are we doing?
That is
Yeah.
going to be the future of like president, because presidents now, I saw this week AOC and Tim Waltz trying to stream Madden on Twitch while they talk about
Oh,
issues.
God.
The president is going to become like, you have to be a podcaster.
influencer,
Like
yeah.
as a president, they used to do the fireside chats. It's going to be like, you have to do the presidential podcasting.
You have
Talk
to
to
do-
us every week.
I just think it's like Call Me Daddy or whatever. It's like they have to do these like embarrassingly named things.
Yes.
It's like, get on, Cum Squad. Now with
Oh my god, I've never heard that. That sounds
Like
Oh,
the
we're gonna have
presidential- the presidential pod's going to be
Dan Crenshaw on Cum and Suck. A podcast with the boys. Yeah, like.
I don't know.
Oh, so yeah.
Bleak times.
Guess
Y'all
in the
excited for
comments.
politics? Caleb voted today, right?
Yeah, me and my grandpa.
He and his grandpa voted for Trump today.
You voted for Trump?
It's the second time.
Shout out.
Caleb said 2 times the charm.
Let's see if it works.
Well, third
Third time's
you
the
would
charm
vote
because
for him.
yeah, he has ran before.
I feel like if Trump wins, I'm like there. I have 2 different things. Like,
Okay.
if blue team wins, I believe World War III will happen.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't think
so.
World War III. I think Civil War.
Yeah,
is
like blue
closer.
team, like it's just like they're not running it well. I'll say, not to
Okay.
say red team's gonna do a better, but I think if red team wins, like this city will burn.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm almost
feel-
like that would be
this
kind of
one?
fun to see.
I think red team Civil War, blue team World
global war.
Global
Yeah, okay.
war.
Crazy.
So, what do you want your a war inside or
No,
outside?
I think opposite. I think red wins. Our troops are getting deployed
You
somewhere.
think so?
Yeah,
And then if blue wins, that's the Reds not gonna take that well.
they're tired of it. They're sick and tired.
They're
Texas
they're
will
just gonna assume
secede.
it's
yeah, I
fake.
think if they keep doing their gay ass bullshit.
They're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stand to hear like it's so crazy. Like I'm now watching the Joe Rogan clip with Trump and
Yeah.
everything, and I gotta say, like, it's so nice to just hear someone talk and be normal. Like, if I have to hear these like Democratic people being like, and this one goes out to all gay LGBT people. Like it's all like the way they talk is so like annoying to me. Where I'm like, say fag,
Well, yeah.
say fag or something.
They have an authenticity problem, I think.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, fuck it. I want to vote for fucking yellow team. Like I just like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just vote
RFK.
for Jill Stein.
Right
It's
in
the
RFK.
workers. The workers. There was a third person on the ballot.
There's a Green Party, right? Or
No, it's the workers
Working
for-
families.
working families.
Working
I love
Families
that there's
Party.
just
Is
other
Reba
people.
the
On
candidate for
on
that?
my ballot.
Is Reba the candidate
Then there's
for the
working families,
party?
and there's a single mom who works 2 jobs and loves her kids. Yeah.
mom who works too hard.
There's a single mom who has 2 kids, and she does not have time to be president. Dude.
This would be
Reba
her
as
second job.
president?
Okay.
Dude, Reba 2024, I'd vote immediately.
I would do single mom president.
Single
you know what I mean?
mom
Who's
who
like,
works
I don't
too
know.
hard.
I don't fucking know.
Let me
oh,
put
you
him
want
on
me
the
to-
phone. Put
Yeah,
Putin
yeah,
on the
yeah.
phone. Put Putin on the phone. No, let me talk to
let's
him.
talk to
Let me
him.
talk to him.
Oh.
Let me talk to him. I can Putin fucking
Vlad,
fix your shit right
Vlad,
now.
I've got 3 kids ready to eat right now, so you better make this quick, okay?
Okay.
And he's
I
like,
gotta
oh,
get
sorry,
supper
sorry.
out.
Yo, we need a single mom president.
Dude,
And he's like, oh, sorry. Oh,
dude,
sorry.
Reba as the president
Sorry,
specifically.
sorry.
though. So funny.
I would like to talk about the Ukraine. Well, I do not have time for that right now, Vladimir.
I do not have time. My grandbabies need a snack, okay?
Here, talk to me. I'm making my grandbabies a snack. Like,
A single president who works too hard.
Like a Dolly Parton.
I love that.
Who loves her country and never stops.
is still a part-time waitress.
Yes.
Just not- like still.
And she's
will do
always
that.
like turning to camera like,
She works at like Cheesecake Factory, and then she has to go. And then she has to go get an Air Force One.
She has her like she's wearing a soup blazer and a waitress dress.
yeah. And, like in the title sequence, she's like in a car, like putting on mascara, also with a coffee, and in like an intersection. You know, that's such a single mom thing.
But in the limo with Secret Service.
Yeah.
Side by
Yeah.
side.
Honestly, that should have been Kamala's response to Trump working at McDonald's, which she just like puts on an apron, works at Friendly's,
yeah.
Cheesecake
Fuck
Factory.
off.
she's at Cracker Barrel. She's got 2 stars on
How
the
y'all
on the
feeling
apron.
that?
Ready to get y'all started with something tonight?
I don't know. I think Trump's gonna win.
You do?
Yeah.
One thing I've always wondered is what is Trump like? What pull does he have with North Korea? Because like whenever he's like, they weren't doing that when I was in office, and I'm like, they weren't.
office, they stayed in
They weren't.
That's kind of right. Yeah.
What? But what is
Everything
what?
was kind of chill.
Yeah. What did
was
he?
the worst
What
thing
are
that
they
happened was
even?
kind of,
What are they even doing? I don't
North
know.
Korea?
Yeah.
Shooting nukes off in the ocean.
They're always up to
sending-
Yeah, but they always do.
No,
that
no,
shit.
they're sending troops to Ukraine, which is kind of funny because they start to like they just leave. The North Korean troops, the moment they send them to Ukraine, they're
Oh,
like,
they just are like, oh,
They
my
run,
God.
they
Oh my
run
God.
for the hills, dude.
like a third of their force just like.
They're like, oh,
Runs
thank
away.
God
I
we
mean,
got
I
out of
would.
there.
They're like, I want to go to L.A.
Well,
Yeah.
now you just have. A
I
whole
dream
bunch
of being a single mom who works 2 jobs.
It's like the one videotape they've had that I've watched over and over.
Well, now you have just random like North Korean dudes just running around East Europe, just like
No, yeah. Look, blue team is empire. Is the empire.
Okay.
The big global empire that's trying to exact for is like what in Star Wars they're trying to kill. Like that evil empire. That's
Okay.
blue team.
Okay.
Red team is
I
sort of
love
like
it. I
They're
love
not
watching
the
Kevin
Jedis.
watch you
They
say this
can't.
because Kevin does not
and,
agree.
and red team is like in like in chaos evil. Does that make sense? Like where
Yeah.
they're like fucking crazy and
Red-
like whatever.
So
Well,
the red team
okay,
is the
okay.
dark
So like,
side?
blue team is like the Empire, and then red team is like the stormtroopers in the new movies, where they're just like, there's like, let's fuck everything.
They're
up.
like, oh, fuck. Yeah,
Like,
they're
let's burn this
they're
planet.
like, I
like
think I want to do
drunk
this right
Jedi.
now. And then they do it.
Yeah.
They're
Fir-
drunk Jedi.
First Order, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
The First
First
Order.
Order.
They're-
With
we're-
Kylo Ren at the helm.
they're
just fucking
Anakin-
screaming about his, I hate my dad! You know, like,
Anakin at the Younglings. That's the GOP.
That's red team.
yeah.
And then blue team is like, oh, let's overthrow.
Why, Anakin?
Like, let's overthrow that leader. You know what I mean? Like, and
Well,
all
yeah,
the
but
commerce.
that's been America. They're just like the same that America's been for
That's what we do best.
150 years.
We overthrow.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
hey.
Oh, a girl just walked in.
Irina-
Kamala, Brat Summer. I absolutely
Yeah,
love Brat Summer.
voting for Kamala.
Absolutely.
Mama
Yeah,
la.
Mama la.
Mama.
Irina just emerged from a deep nap, and
Yeah.
she looks like she woke up out
Oh
of a cave
my
right
god,
now.
I've never seen you.
Oh,
like
girl.
this.
Mama love.
Crazy.
Brat.
We're talking about politics on the pod right now because we feel very qualified to do that.
It's over. You can say whatever the fuck you want now.
It's true. We're all political pundits
Texted
now.
us.
I know.
She just texted us the words Tony Hinchcliffe MSG.
Oh,
yeah,
we
thank
have
you.
that.
Thank you
in
for
the-
doing work even in this slumber.
And Timothy Chalamet.
Even when she sleeps, she's thinking of pod topics for us. That's a real one.
Oh.
That's a real. I also do get the sneaky suspicion that Trump might win by a decent margin.
I think he's gonna, yeah.
That's
Despite,
just my
what
suspicion.
I'm catching the vibe right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, listen.
Zach keeps his ear to the streets.
Well, the problem is that my biggest thing is like the betting odds are pretty heavily in his favor, and, I'm
and Vegas knows best.
yeah.
let me tell ya.
like that's street smart, so they know what's
guys
going
with
on.
their cash, guys with their
Dude.
cash, yeah.
Vegas doesn't go to the polls, all right? They go to the streets. Let's talk to everybody.
And
Let's see
listen-
who they're saying.
When I talk about politics, I'm talking about pure marketing. Okay,
Yeah.
Canva. Okay, like how
Yes.
are you marketing? Blue team is really bad at marketing.
Oh yeah.
And red team is unfortunately like they've been good at marketing their brand for their people.
I think, they're
Yeah.
good at doing things that get their base riled up.
They've got like a significant portion of the American population being like, immigrants are bad. They're bad for the whole economy. They're horrible. Like they riled everyone up over that
They do
issue.
get
and
people
it literally
scared, yeah, of
does
that.
not matter.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
in the day-to-day
I just
life.
feel like if he wins and then he starts deporting everybody,
But he
everybody's
won't.
gonna be
but
like, well, how come my shit isn't? Where is my stuff? Like, how come things aren't working? And it's like because those were the people who were doing the things that needed
Yeah.
to get done.
Yeah. I also just feel like I don't know, I've kind of had the opinion
no
of like,
idea.
I feel like being like, well, who will do our most menial servile tasks? It's like, oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that would just this is problem is awful on both sides.
Yes.
Because I'm like, oh, so they're like slave wages that we have, and it's like, well, we don't want to get rid of our slaves.
we need someone's got to stir my
I wanna still
coffee.
eat sweet greens and buy shit
Yeah.
with my media phone. You know, like that's what I don't fucking like. I'm like, all right, cool.
It's
The
Like
trash
all
pile.
things in politics, I'll say this.
Mm.
Everything is so nuanced that I know that I'm not qualified to have an opinion on any of it. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, anything I say is probably a bunch of sources that will say it's statistically right and a bunch that'll say it's statistically wrong. And I don't know who's right and who's wrong. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's why I like to
Yeah.
just talk about like the vibes.
It's all
because
about
that's
the
only
vibes.
thing you can
Broad
really hold on to.
generalizations, the vibes.
Like the vibes of Blue Team and why I think they're really sucking right now. Is
Blue
Yeah.
team is they're just they try.
They're
I
not
think their
sexy.
hearts are in the right place, but it's a relatability issue. It's playing Madden with Tim Waltz talking about immigration. It's like, did anyone ask for this?
It needs to be sexy.
Sexy.
They like that is you know, red team is pulling it when they're like it's like fire, like their media, it's like hot girls. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you might say this is a
Tommy Laren.
you might say this is a stupid thing about
The
humans,
poopy girl
but
pants?
if you gotta
That's
make
Caitlin
it
Bennett.
fuckable, okay?
Yeah.
On the ads for Blue Team, it should be a bunch of hot fucking models, diverse, okay, but hot.
Well,
Okay,
well,
you
here's
should want to fuck them. You should want you gotta have that.
And
well,
you,
that's why this is why the Democrat fucking party should be pushed further left, because then they would have hot alt girls promoting for them. Everyone loves a hot.
you know
punk
what?
fucking
Maybe we
tattooed
need to
alt
start
girl.
a third party,
Okay.
and it's the wet party.
The wet party. Our color is clear.
The wet t-shirt. Our color is wet
Our
t-shirt.
color is
It's
translucent.
a white wet T-shirt. That's our color. A white wet T-shirt.
Welcome to the wet party. we believe in two things: getting wet and being wet.
Okay, yeah.
We win 537 electoral votes.
Oh my god.
Listen, dudes need to be wet too.
Well, of course.
How do I vote for him again? Yeah, like, how do I?
What do I think about immigrants? They're pretty bad. I'd smash Wet Party 2028. Abortion only if it's needed so we can get wet again. Wet Party, let's go.
Wet parties on the debate page, the debate stage with a Beats speaker, a Beats pill.
pill and a super soaker. And they're fucking spraying the moderators.
So what do you think about Ukraine and Gaza?
They're not getting wet. Ukraine.
I was thinking, kind of dry over there.
Gaza, famously dry.
Looks like it needs more water.
We need to put a wave pool over there so those people can get wet too.
What I'm gonna do about the Middle East? I'm gonna get it wet. Wet party. Let's go.
Let it rain.
Honestly, I do think a Six Flags would really lighten the mood. I feel like it might help out. I don't know. I think both parties
No,
would
bro,
enjoy the
Dude.
Six
there's too
Flags.
much loose fabric everywhere. It's gonna get caught.
Oh, you're right. Get
yeah.
caught in a slide or
yeah,
something.
bro.
Not a
Dude,
great
Six Flags Syria would be pretty sick. It's only dudes there. It's the only people allowed to
They
go.
only could go.
It's just the boys.
Yeah.
Would be the
Just
greatest.
dudes in sandals.
Wait, actually sounds fucking awesome. Yeah.
And so it's like Hooters, but there's only dudes
Dude,
working for dudes.
Have y'all been to Six Flags Dubai? That shit absolutely slaps. Just roller coasters in the desert.
But like, okay, when you listen to anyone from Blue Team talk, do you ever walk away from that situation feeling kind of like sexy?
No.
I feel like so
Wait.
unsexual.
Yeah.
Not sexy in the sense of a boner.
So
but
you're
like
saying when Red Team
zest.
talks, you're feeling sexy?
When someone
There's
talks
a-
hyperbolically,
there's
and
an
they're
energy
like,
there.
yeah, like when he's like, I'm not saying I agree, but you have to understand like the manipulation tactic
Yeah.
works when they're like, oh, what I see out here is a bunch of god honest patriots. Everybody's like,
Okay, that part I
People's
get. Yeah,
loins,
yeah,
their
You know?
loins are ignited.
Yeah.
it's like God. Like when you sing the national anthem.
Dude, say what you will about JD Vance, but he was able to fuck a couch.
Okay.
The man's got some,
He's
he's
virile.
got some passion, dude.
He's so horny. He's like, give me that couch. And I'm like,
Give me that lazy boy. Get in there.
so we're Blue Team. I feel like they're like, I just
It's
walk
just got-
away from when they speak feeling completely unsexual and like kind of like it's lame.
Yeah, dude.
Well, okay,
It's
so
fundamentally
But they are-
lame.
So one of the
That-
things that they want to do is like they want to dismantle the Department of Education. What's your guys' take on that?
Who's they?
The Red,
Red
team.
Team.
Red Team wants to dismantle the Department of Education.
Yes.
Okay.
And make it the state thing.
Make it based on the states. Well, I guess that aligns with how they like to roll. They're very big states' rights.
I would say over the year when I was younger, I definitely am like, oh, I want like healthcare and I want all this stuff. I think as I age, just the only thing that's pushing me in any direction is that I do not believe a big organization like the federal government will ever not do the most evil thing they can every time we give them a chance.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when you say that,
And that's
but the Red Team,
Yeah.
Red Team likes like big organizations.
No,
like,
that's isn't that
like
the thing
companies like Google, Amazon, and all these things who, like you said,
Yeah.
will never do the right thing.
Yeah, but like if we're
Yeah, Red
talking
Team's all
about
about
like,
profits.
You don't
so
have
they're
to.
gonna
You don't
yeah.
have to deal with them. You have to deal with the.
But I think that
But like when the Red Team rolls back regulations on food, and then there starts being like E. coli outbreaks and shit like that, which I know that's happening now.
and
with,
then
like,
the
Underbite,
Red Team's like the corporations are responsible. You got to deal with them, and then they're no one's
Yeah,
gonna do
Red
that.
Team
Yeah, I'm not a
stance is
huge fan of them, yeah.
privatization makes the companies compete more, which then gives the people a better product, I guess is how they...
So I
They
think
send
that's
product
just
out,
never how
okay.
it works because they all just
Yes, but I think there's also a counter argument that whenever it's up to the government, like the Obamacare website, like it's always shit as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well,
So
they
it's
don't
like...
put out a good
Side note,
product.
have you ever
I can
seen
see
an
both
Obama phone?
sides' arguments there.
You ever seen an Obama phone?
No.
Obama phone?
Yeah, an Obama phone. Basically, it's a phone that has like it's a free wireless phone that just runs on it. And
Runs on change.
Yeah,
on hope.
and it all you gotta do is charge it, and you don't have to pay for the network. It just
Irina has a wig on.
it's a good look.
The Obama phone.
My homeboy had an Obama.
It'd be funny
phone.
if the ringer was his voice. Like, ring, ring,
ring,
ring, ring.
ring,
Michelle?
ring.
Yellow. Hello.
No, but come on, every chance. Sure. About the corporations, yeah.
This is
Corporate,
Boy
they're
Brunch
evil as
Politico
fuck, and if
edition.
I would love to slice them
Yeah.
all. Okay, but if we're talking about like the federal government and stuff, every opportunity in history that they've had to do something evil, they've done, and they only don't do it when we catch them.
Yeah, or
You know
we
what I
catch
mean?
them years later and they're like,
and they're
whoops.
like, we did do that.
But they
we
admit
just
it.
wanted to not tell you.
And then they give you
Yeah.
money. They do give you money for it, but like
Yeah, they print money and then it causes
They'll be like,
inflation.
yeah,
and then like
it
what?
causes inflation.
What are,
and
and really, the government, the federal government, all governments, it's just a bunch of people in offices who
Yeah.
don't want to be there. Like
Who are
that's
trying
why
to
I
get
think
it
the
to 6
world's
o'clock,
a
yeah.
disaster. Is
Yeah.
because like no one gives a fuck because they're all like remote bureaucratic jobs where there's like 900 people employed just to process paperwork that will be thrown away.
Okay.
And that no one cares about.
You know what needs to be done to that paperwork?
Get what?
It's time to pour some water in that fucking filing cabinet. It's wet party time. Wet party 2028.
Wet party 20.
I would if a wet party installs one of those big buckets that at water parks on the top of the White House. You know what I mean? It's like
Big
everyone's
kahuna
like,
bucket.
"Oh,
Everyone's like, ah.
When there's protesters, it's hot water in there.
Fuck out of here.
honestly sounds rock and roll.
I am liking wet party.
Dude, wet party's the best idea I've ever had. I'm gonna quit comedy and get into politics.
That's the title of this episode.
Wet Party.
Wet Party 2028.
I think that's our first merch.
That might be our first merch. Is the
I
Wet
would
Party
gladly
campaign.
make that.
Well, I don't want people to listen to this and they'll be like, Zach is so
No, dude.
Republican.
I think they're listening and they're saying, "Wow, Zach's a free thinker.
yeah.
Zach really pushes the boundaries. He really thinks for himself."
Thanks.
You do think for yourself, and that's why.
And that's why Boy Brunch is here, for us to have deep, introspective political conversations
Yeah, and talk about dicks and
that
fucking
end
Paddington
with me
Bear.
being
Yeah,
like, "Let's pour water on that shit."
let's.
Well,
let's get
I
it
was
wet.
I was doing the Paddington Bear riff so that people would later respect my political
Your
opinion.
opinion on Gaza.
Yes, of course. I was just building up credentials with the audience.
Yeah, he was building up
before.
likability points by
Yes,
being
yes.
by fucking Paddington.
I just knew that would be huge for that.
Also,
yeah.
like, I feel like, I don't know, I think genuinely because Trump is so crazy that I think the other leaders would be like, we're not going to do anything. You know, because, like, I feel like blue
what
teams
if they-
out here being
What
the
are they gonna do? What are they doing?
What do you mean?
I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, I think, like,
I
certain
know what
ones
you
are
mean.
keeping wars going because I don't think
other
anyone's talking.
nations' leaders definitely are not scared or intimidated by
Biden
the
Harris.
blue team.
Yeah.
And there is an argument to be made that by having a crazy guy in the red team there, it
With the-
does
with the- one of
demand
the
a
most-
bit more
yeah.
like, well, he might, you know.
Because
Yeah,
both
but-
teams can say that, like, the economy doesn't matter, but it only matters when it's trying to prove your point.
Yeah, when
You know
it's
what I mean?
only
So, like,
it's
just
his
take
fault that
out.
it's this. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're right. It's like giving if the red team wins, it's like giving the red like the craziest guy in the room a grenade.
Everyone's like this. Like,
And everyone's
freak
like,
out.
all right.
He's like, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So do
my-
we have a problem?
Okay.
This is my earnest.
what, do we have a problem here?
And do we have a problem?
Okay. But my thing is, why do we have to be scary to other countries? What does that matter?
We have to be the
well,
villains.
it has got us here.
Yeah, we have to be.
It's
Where?
what's made us the best.
What do you mean? Where we don't have to? We're not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
All those
Yeah.
other countries.
That's why we're a free country, because we're willing to throw hands.
we're not
Yeah.
afraid of any.
That's our whole thing.
There are other countries that are genuinely afraid of other countries. Other country could be like, you know what? Like literally could just do what Russia did to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Other countries don't have to worry about, like, Canada is okay because they're next to us. So if anybody slides Canada, then we're gonna be like,
The fuck?
no,
Yeah.
leave them alone. We can do that.
That's our little brother.
That's it.
We
That's
shit
But
on them.
Yeah, we fuck them up.
We shit on them.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of am a little bit of an isolationist where I'm like, we should, like, America has its
Oh,
fingers
just-
in everyone else's pie.
We do
We
be
should
doing
just
that.
be like, hey, we're just gonna stop.
Well, we're
Yeah,
in too
like,
deep.
We're
in
way
too deep.
Yeah,
now.
we-
It
way
would
too
be like
deep.
rude if we did.
Our
that.
fingers
Yeah.
are so deep in their meals that if we took them out, it would taste different.
But also,
People are like, what
that's
happened
how
to
we
our
lose
meat?
power. That's how we lose power. Because we have base. We're the only country. You know, we're the only country in the world that has military bases in other countries.
And, like, we have
All over the
yeah.
place.
we have a base in Japan.
We're the empire. This is
Exactly.
like, we're the thing you
Yes.
got that.
But Kevin, I understand where you're coming from. You're saying we don't have to do that anymore. We could just
but
worry about our
Yeah, but-
issues that we have and try to improve this
If we do
country
that-
from within. And I understand that argument as well.
yeah.
But there are
There's
like 2 wars happening, and
There's
everything's
good
brewing
people.
right
There's
now, and
good
it's really
people
bad.
on both sides.
Have you ever? You think Kamala Harris, and it's not sexist because I am a child of a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
I trust women to do everything for me. Okay?
Yeah.
I,
Zach's a child of a cop, so he can say
I
this.
love. You know what I mean?
cop.
Like everybody's like, oh, it's because she's a woman. I'm like, I don't know, because like if Michelle Obama ran, I don't think people would be talking the same shit. And if like Hillary Clinton, like even though I don't love that woman, I'm like, you could do it.
Yeah.
I could see how you would be
Wait,
able
so
to
you
be
think Hillary is more?
presidential than
More
then-
qualified.
well, like if you ever,
Really?
if you know people
Uh,
and you listen to Kamala Harris speak,
Yeah.
I think it's very obvious she has no fucking idea what's going on. I think it's like it's just obvious.
I could.
think,
actually,
I think
can
she
agree.
says whatever she wants people to think.
I think she says whatever her team tells her to say
Yeah.
right before she walks
So it's
out,
like-
which is why it comes across as like rehearsed and like, oh, I got to say these things.
It's
that
like
I
a frenetic energy
Yeah.
where like even fucking Hillary Clinton was like, this is what and then she will detailed explain her reasoning for
Yeah.
things. This woman has no fucking clue.
I
has no clue.
get that, but also you have to keep in mind the red team is like we used to have the best education in the world, but now all our kids learn about is the 86 genders, which
Mhm.
has nothing to do with school, and I didn't even know there were that many genders.
Yeah. No.
that number was high to you. You're like, wow, that is
Like,
a lot.
I mean, it's
whoa.
like an iPhone, the amount that are coming out every year. Okay, yeah, it's
It
like,
just made me. I was like, and I'm just a straight guy that. How many genders do I fuck then as a straight dude? If
Dude.
there's just that
well,
86
looks like you're
genders.
gonna have to go by or something. Okay.
Don't even try to count, man. Just let it happen. Just let it
No,
happen.
yeah, like I get it. Blue
Like I
team has
said-
really fumbled the ball, and it made me actually be like, "Oh, you guys ruined this chance. Like this
Yeah.
has been a really bad time."
We
you know,
will
at
see.
one point I could understand red team, and then like we'll start saying crazier and crazier things, and then I'm like,
Well,
okay, well,
yeah.
then you're
Whenever
like,
people,
"Ah, no,
whenever
I don't
people
like
get
that."
fired up, yeah, they start.
Well, yeah,
they start
that
taking
MSG
it too
rally
far.
was pretty insane.
It was something, wasn't it? Well, it wasn't. Getting a roast comic to open up your political
I
rally is
can't
a funny
believe they
take.
had him do that.
Doesn't seem like a great booking. I wasn't surprised by anything he said. I mean, I've seen his
That's
comedy before.
Yeah, it's
Standard.
just as horrific as it always
It's
is.
standard.
Did you see
but,
the Kamala one where everyone was booing her
no.
in Texas?
Yeah.
Did you see Obama rap Eminem? Palms are sweaty.
Oh no.
He
See,
rapped
that's what
like
I
a
mean,
couple of
dude. The
bars.
Dems, they're 20 years
Although
late
they-
on
I
jumping
know,
on the
yeah.
Eminem train.
Yeah, they're literally gonna be like, "Hi, Barbie." It's like it's so over. You know what I mean? Like it's like, all right,
Well, there was
like a
this-
Barbenheimer ad. Like get the fuck.
the one thing that the blue teams that did that pissed me off was Obama was talking to a room full of black dudes, and they're like, he was like, "You guys might not want to vote for Kamala because she's a woman, and you don't want to have a woman in charge." It's
like,
I was
whoa.
whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? My mom's a woman. She ran my household.
I can't hate women. My mom's a woman. Riddle me that.
She was in charge of everything. She runs shit.
That's so funny. You see them being like, "Oh, that's a good point." It works exactly the way he didn't want it to.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know what you guys are saying, that she's not qualified and she doesn't have any plan whatsoever. And they're all like, "Wow, she really doesn't have a plan."
I know.
Obama,
Like, you
when
see her
you
up there and you
say
go,
it
"What
like
is
that."
she gonna do?"
It just, that shit.
Yeah.
The blue team. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Dude.
And I just think you can't. Okay, if everything is what's the word I'm looking for? Everything could be weaponized for everything.
Yes,
you go
yeah,
on
yeah.
any news source, they're gonna
Yeah.
be like, the economy was better when he was here.
Yeah.
and then you
they
do it-
blame
Yeah.
it.
and they always
vice versa.
flip flop.
It's
So
yeah.
the only thing like the average person I feel like can really judge it on is like their personal experience. And you gotta say it's been a disaster while blue team's been in office.
Oh, so you think that red team will make it better?
I think red team. If just say for a voter, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's illogical for them to like. That's why I think everyone in Connecticut or small towns like they're like, oh, well, just simply everything was more expensive or is more expensive now. You
Yeah.
could go into the politics
The
and the
inflation.
reasons and the 100
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
reasons why, but that's how people vote is their own lived experience. So
I
it's
think
like
you're-
that's just the truth.
I do think you're right about that. But
The Trump years, it wasn't that. People remember it nicely.
But I think it wasn't crazy because of what the blue team did the 4 years before the red team.
But see, but the
stepped
thing
in.
is that both teams make that argument every year, so
Yeah.
it's like nullified now. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know who to believe because they say the same thing, and it's like, okay, well, what side are you going to believe?
all right,
Yeah, and the only bad thing about the Trump part, I think, was like COVID, but that was like not his fault. That was like a meteor hitting the
Well,
world.
he-
You
what
know what I
he
mean? Like
did
you can't
do-
be that pissed.
is he wouldn't send like money to places that didn't vote for him. Like they would have to like literally show him, be like, this place. He's like, hey, this place needs money for like COVID stuff. He's like, no, fuck it, they didn't vote for me, and they'd have to be like, here's the map, and
Yeah.
here's the map of all the people who voted for you.
You send them money.
They voted for you. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, we can send them money.
Well, we all did remember get like $3,000 too. Like that really helped out.
Also-
Like
yeah.
like maybe a fucking blue team sent me $3,000.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I'll do it.
More checks. That's what
You know what I
Zack
mean?
means.
Like that was the
So
first time I
print
ever
more
received
money?
from them. and
Print
they didn't
more
ask
money,
it.
that's
They
what
didn't
we
audit
need.
it from me.
I want that
But that also
inflation.
might be a reason why everything costs so fucking much because of those $3,000 fucking checks.
Oh my god. Oh, bye. Okay.
Look, none of us know, but I'll say this: if you're out there listening, red team, blue team, or wet team,
Wet team.
or wet team.
A new member of Wet Team.
You're
Oh, yeah.
now a member of Wet
You're
Team.
now a member of wet team, and we accept you here with open arms.
That should be our email list.
Whether
Wet
you're
team.
whether you're red or blue, as long as you're not super into white.
Yeah.
You're welcome
Yeah.
here. You're welcome here. As long as you're not white team. All right,
yeah,
we can
yeah,
all
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Disaster.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Well, it just gets really boring.
Yeah. And the food. Come
I
on.
mean, the potato salad is amazing, but I mean, like
the mayonnaise-based
my
dishes
God.
are slapping.
I
but
might go on
everything
that
else-
side just to have a bite. But
Well, I think we really got to the bottom of it, boys. I think we solved. I think.
I like talking about this stuff. Everyone's been such a pussy about it for the last 4 years.
Yeah, you kind of got to be.
Yeah.
You kind of got to be a pussy about it because it's a delicate topic.
Oh my God, your dick just went back in your body. Oh my
But
God.
I'll tell you who's not scared to talk about hot topics. The wet team.
The Wet Team.
Wet team. Vote wet 2028.
all the
Vote
big,
wet.
all the big topics like wet
Yeah.
or not wet. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, think about it though. Any topic, wet team's got a quick response for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw a topic out.
Throw a topic.
Gun
rights.
Okay, are the guns wet?
Yeah. They're very wet.
Oh.
But it takes you 3 days to get wet.
Guns
Just-
rights. Yeah.
It takes you a
Guns
little
rights.
might take you 3 days
Well,
to get wet.
also-
You got to
here's
wait
the
a little
thing.
while to get in the pool. You got to wait 30 minutes before you
Exactly.
swim.
Well, all I'm
That's wet
saying is
party.
wet guns don't shoot people.
Dry guns
That's
shoot
it.
people.
That's
Wet
it.
guns
Wet
don't
guns.
shoot
If your
people.
gun was a little wetter, maybe it would jam, and maybe you could have time to talk things out. Wet party
insane.
2028.
as you're drying it, you're like, you didn't mean that way.
You ever had
Oh.
a knowing chat
Oh,
with
yeah.
a fellow firearm owner? It's a really bonding experience.
You're like, oh, I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at me.
oh my god!
Dad?
Oh.
Come
Fix
on.
your father wound with
the Wet Team.
actually. Wait.
Dude, wet party.
All right, is that
Let's call it. That's a hour 7.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
all right,
I'm gonna
guys,
go
so-
play some basketball.
Probably cut out that mukbang part.
why?
Nah, that was sexy.
No, I
I'm
like
leaving
Oh, I
that
thought
in.
it
Is
seemed
that the most offensive thing I said?
no, not offensive. I just thought it was because Josh couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, us
I
doing
think
the
that's
noise.
funny
The
though, because it was
ASMR.
just very quiet.
I thought you were saying because I said I like little Asians eating big meals. I'm
No,
like,
no,
no,
we're
no,
leaving
no,
that
no.
in for sure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably
Yeah,
our,
yeah.
I
that's
like-
probably our
I was
clip
like,
this
wait,
week.
Oh yeah, you've said way worse
way
stuff.
worse stuff like.
Anyway, all
Anyway,
right.
we'll cut this.
This is a.
Guys, thank you for
all.
listening.
Thank you.
Brunch.